Hey, what's up, guys? We are back. The second week, road to first payout. Um, yeah, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I just marked this out for fun. I already did the daily bias and stuff. I kind of wanted to make these videos a little shorter, so I'll do the daily bias and I'll just go over it just so it's like 10 minutes shorter. But overnight we had like a 900 point move, which is fucking insane. So yeah, let me just go over this. I have bullish bias on the day. We broke out of this chop zone and swept out this daily low here. So I'm expecting over the course of the week, of course, but I want price to expand and take out all these draws above us. Yeah, so basically accumulation, manipulation, distribution. You know, Accumu- accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So AMD type deal. We have this 15-minute candle here. I mean, I just marked this out. I didn't end up taking this trade because honestly, I don't know if I'll be taking any today just because of how it's been. To be honest, yeah, I'm fully expecting just straight chop this session. So my standards are not standards. Expectations are low. Standards are still high for trades. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So we have all these stacked draws here. We just swept out this 4 hour intermediate high. We currently are in a 4 hour gap here, but honestly, I don't see price going lower. I do want to see us close above these highs though. And inverse these gaps. I don't want to see these get respected, to be honest. But yeah, looking for longs today, but has to be really good. Um, yeah. So 900 point expansion overnight displays through 4 hour bearish fair value gaps. Price did manipulate lower, sweeping out this daily low, and broke through this consolidation. I only want to see continuation longs today. Not sure if we are going to do a street because there's a lot of movement overnight. So ideally, I want to see a continuation setup for longs towards this 4 hour for value gap right here. Bang. And second scenario, but honestly, a more ideal one would be us coming down, sweeping out this low here, and then from there we can look for a reversal towards these 4 hour gaps because longs are looking pretty good right now, but I would want like a really nice setup. We'll see how market open is in a couple minutes and see how volatile it is, and then from there we can judge the how the session is going to be. So yeah, you know, feeling good today. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Let me just set this up so I'm ready. Hope you guys had a great weekend, relaxed and stuff. But yeah, back to work. Back to work. Yeah, so like if we end up inversing this gap, I want to see a resweep of this low for sure. We got 1 more minute, and it looks like we will inverse this 5 minute right here, which is honestly ideal. Honestly ideal. I did want to see market open bearish. I mean, I wasn't sure what it was going to give us just because, you know, the 900 point candle. But it looks like some volatility is kicking in. Let's see. Inverse this little tiny 5 minute here. Big displacement through it. Is a weak ass 930 candle. Weak ass flip. Nice. Perfect. It's exactly what we want to see here. I mean, to be honest, we could tap into this 1 hour. I'd be fine with taking a trade if we tap into this 1 hour. Um, or we can just chop, bro. Honestly, market conditions. Analyze your market conditions. I didn't want to take any shorts necessarily today. However, I would only short to the fair value gap because there's like no other draws. But I'll probably wait. One trade a day, guys. One trade a day. You know the deal. I do want to be in line with the trend right now. I did want to see us inverse these gaps and stuff. Let's see, 15 minute. Yeah, we're gonna, if we open up this 15 minute, oh, perfect. We'll just wait for the 15 minute to open up. But yeah, so this episode I wanted to kind of dive deeper on on the concept of losing. So being a good trader means you also have to be the best loser, right? So I know it's a little contradictory. I'm gonna start writing stuff down, just kind of like map out my thoughts. Um, um, dude, let me come up with a good ass title real quick. um, the key. Oh shoot, I don't know why it does it. The key to winning in trading is to be a good loser. It doesn't really have a good ring to it. Uh, what has a better ring to it? In trading, you have to be the best loser. Okay, we'll stick that with now. Obviously you'll see what the title is later, but for now this'll do. So what do I mean by this? In trading, you have to be the best loser. Okay, so what do I mean by this? So we can start in the beginning, right? Everybody goes into trading for one main reason, okay, to make money, right? Everybody wants to win, to have these fucking big moves, like, oh, I made what you made in a month on one trade, or like these big moves and stuff. So everybody wants to win, and then but what does that actually do to your psychology, right? So in trading, you will never have a 100% win rate. Your trades will never like have a guaranteed win, and that's just how it is. That's just how trading is. You just execute your edge, and then over time, it will you execute your edge, and over time, the results will show if you're consistent, right? But I know this was a problem for me because in the beginning, um, yes, I would want to be executing my edge, but I would also be avoiding trying to avoid losses. I early on I didn't really understand that losses were inevitable in trading. Like you can't always just win and stuff. The statistic has to balance itself out. So in trading, you have to be able to just accept the losses that you do end up having, and just acknowledge it as part, like you need to take that loss for your statistics so you can keep winning, right? So early on in trading, I just wanted to win because like I didn't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to lose money. It's like this, like it's the ego and stuff. So yeah, uh, the key to trading is you have to be able to accept your losses, accept defeat for the day, right? So if you take a loss for the day, be a loser. No, not for the whole day, obviously, but I'd like accept that you lost your trade today. Get off the charts. Completely new day tomorrow. The trade that you took yesterday and you ended up losing has no effect on the trades that you take tomorrow, unless you give it a reason to affect your future trades, right? So yeah, that's just kind of what I wanted to go on. There's a week 9:30 candle here. Yeah, look at this barcode PA. It's fucking kind of stupid. Okay, if we respect this gap here, nice. We don't have an SMT. I would want to see an inversion out of this, and then we can go towards these lows here. Because we are respecting this bullish, and we just inverse this huge displacement through this gap here. Tapped into the 5-minute. I'm gonna see an entry though, so we'll just see what happens. Maybe a 3-minute later. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it. I mean, I can talk about more of my experience with this, but yeah, I think going into trading, everybody has the when you first get into trading, of course, everybody has the same sort of what's the word? Everybody has the same sort of time horizon, you know? The main appeal of trading is that you can make money quickly, but um, it takes years of hard work. So, not knowing that and fully expecting to win easily and make money easily, you come into trading with the mindset that you want to win. So you want to win. You want to take the money from the markets, and you just want to be this best trader that quits their 9 to 5 and then trades full time, works 2 hours max a day, has a nice car and stuff. So coming into trading with that mindset is well, honestly, you'll get humbled really quickly. The markets will they'll give you a win to keep you on the hook, but they'll always take it back if it's not deserved. So end up inversing here. Yeah, we might be just chopping, so I don't really feel like taking anything right now. Um, yeah, so take your losses. You know, they're bound to happen. Nobody has a 100% win rate. We're just here to execute our strategy, and that's pretty much it. That's all we're here for. Mm, we might start chopping right now. Probably wait for this candle to close first. Maybe we can get some sort of reaction off of these fair value gaps here. Go down towards this hourly low, and from there reverse towards these intermediate highs. That not 4 hour fair value gap. I guess we can go on a couple more topics here. Is that so? Another thing with losses is that I guess another thing with losses is that for me personally, so like I wasn't okay with being a loser, right? Like I didn't want to lose. I didn't like losing. I didn't like being wrong. I didn't like seeing my P&L go down. I didn't like doing all this and that. So like if you aren't the best loser, what do you do when you take a loss? Or what do you do when you have a loss? Trying to make your money back, right? That's what everybody does. That's how everybody starts off. You know, you take this loss and you're like, dang, all the progress that I made was gone in one trade. I can't, like, I can't end the day like this. I gotta take another one because you weren't a loser, because you don't want to be a loser. So you keep trading, and you also lose that one, and then you're like, okay, wait, let me take one more, and then it just comes into this spot. It just becomes this spiral that you can't take a loss, so you overtrade or you over leverage, and you end up taking a bigger loss, and then you kind of sort of just black out and just keep trading until you get to the point where like you're like one trade away from blowing your account, and that's the at that point you realize like, oh my gosh, you snap back to reality. You're like, what what just happened? And then yeah. So honestly, I think it's unavoidable. So like as many times as people on social media try to like, oh, this is what I learned in my years of trading experience, so you don't make the same mistake type videos. I think it's bound everybody is bound to make those mistakes, and it's part of the journey. But at the end of the day, it's if you are able to recognize your mistakes. So I feel like going through your trading journey trying to avoid these mistakes, um me personally, like I'm not there yet, so I don't know what to tell you, but I just feel like it makes more sense that you make these mistakes, you learn from them, and then you don't make them anymore instead of trying to avoid them. And then so like when the time comes, you don't know what it feels like, you know what I mean? So like I know I've done a lot of over trading, a lot of over leveraging, a lot of revenge trading and like stuff like that. But I can confidently say now that I know what it feels like before it happens. I know like how my emotions get before it happens. So I'm able to recognize that and stop myself, right? And I never would have been able to until like unless I did it. So I feel that yes, you want to avoid mistakes, and you kind of want like a the speedy shortcut route to profitability, but I feel like all the losses you take, all the lessons you learned, it's going to be worth it. Like cuz you would rather make these mistakes in the beginning, and rather than wait until you have like a live account, and then you take like a pretty big loss of your own money, and then it's kind of like, shoot, I'll just take one more, because you never really experienced, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like making all the mistakes in the beginning is ideal. Learn from all the mistakes in the beginning, build consistent habits, and then from there, yeah, just keep those habits. But yeah, nobody wants to be. Yeah, none of you guys are losers. All right, we're not losers. We just have to know how to take a loss. Yeah. So we're not losers. Okay, I'm not calling you guys a loser, but you guys are hard workers, disciplined, consistent, ambitious workers. You know, you guys have drive, goals. You're not a loser. You're just somebody that happens to lose and knows how to lose. Ooh, knowing how to lose. Knowing how to lose. That that this might be our title. This might be a title. You think, hey, if I saw that, I'd click on that. Cause it's like, what do you mean knowing how to lose? Why would I know? Why would I want to know how to lose? I don't want to know how to lose. But yeah, I'll probably give this session until 7:10. I got a pretty long day today. Yeah, I doubled yesterday, y'all. Doubled, and yeah, I got a double today, a double tomorrow. So if a setup doesn't appear before like 7:10, I'd be okay with getting off. Especially since we had such a big move overnight. Even if there was something, I probably wouldn't be a big fan of it. So yeah. So after I get off the charts, probably gonna make a little light pre-workout snack. I'll hit the gym, go on my run, make some food for work. I'm gonna be at work all day, so yeah. For me, it feels productive. I mean, if I was at home, usually like on a day where I don't have work, I'll do all my stuff in the morning after I trade. But then after that, it's kind of like, what do I do now? And I kind of just doom scrolling on my bed. So I'd rather go to work. But yeah. Um, very choppy price action. Not the biggest fan. So nothing you can do. Is expected, you know. But we do have all these draws for the. I mean, we could just go over the trading week and what I want to see price do. So of course, you know, AMD model. Bang. Same thing here. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, accumulation, manipulation, distribution to the upside, right? Um, yeah, it's everywhere. Um, there's another example. Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere. Accumulation. Right here. This is a good one. Accumulation. Low resistance liquidity. Right? Stacked up lows. Sweep. Manipulation. Distribution. So, yeah. Kind of what I want to see happen through the course of the week. I'll probably have a bullish bias, because honestly, there's nothing that we should be reversing off of other than this gap that we're filling right now. I want to see all these draws get taken out, and then look towards all-time highs as well. Yeah, so that's kind of how we're looking right now. Look at all this. It's slowly going up, but we can wait till 7 o'clock. Sweep out some of these lows, right? Take out the value gap, enter a 1 hour gap. Yeah, so That's all the psychology stuff I have for today. I can't give out too much sauce, you know. Gotta keep you guys on your toes. And also, I don't have anything else that comes to mind. I just wanted to say that I don't make. I mean, it is coupled. Like I don't like. How do I explain it? Like I learn, right? So I learn from the books I read and the videos I watch, and I'm just relaying information. I'm distributing the information. I didn't create this. I learned it, and I'm trying to teach you guys it, right? So I didn't create. I didn't create like this idea. Like you should be the best loser. I read it in a book, and I watched some videos, but I'm just relaying the information. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm also trying to take less trades today. Not today, but over the week in general. I do want to only take like 2 to 3 and just get into the habit of taking those really, really good ones. So I know what those look like now. If you missed last week's video, we had this really good setup for for a short. We had this really good continuation short setup. It's textbook, and it was kind of in that moment where I realized, yeah, those are the trades I should be taking. Because that was a trade I was okay with losing. I would have gone off if I did lose. And yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. We are chopping. I mean, we had this inverse here, but I didn't really like it. Wasn't a big fan of it. What do we tap into? A 4 minute. We swept this out. So 4 minute intermediate lows, 5 minute inversion. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. But if it plays out, it plays out. You know, you could have gone. You could have gone what 1 to 1 here. I don't know. I don't know if anybody would have taken this, to be honest. Yeah, about around 1 to 1. 1 to 1 would have played out. That would have been good if anybody did take that. I think it would have been good. You know, I'm not taking that personally, but if you did, congratulations, dude. Is that like wait? Why is it so zoomed in? Why is it 100 points top? Is that just me? Yeah, 100 points stop. 100 point TP is kind of nuts. Get this 4 hour candle closure in around 5 minutes. So from there, that'll be our next course of action. No, dude, this is the reality of trading. Trading is supposed to be boring. If it's not boring, you're trading with your emotions. It's supposed to be boring. You're watching candlesticks print the entire time. Like it's not interesting stuff. You're just most of the time you're waiting because you know what they say in trading. Oh, that's we can talk. We can go on. Yeah, I can. I got what 15 minutes left. So in trading, right? It's the opposite of what we're used to, right? It's like your entire life you've been kind of under the impression that like the more work you put in, the more hours you put in, the more you're like the more results you get, right? And then we have this like hourly system where like you're getting paid for how many hours you're somewhere, like how many hours you're working, right? But trading is like the opposite. You'll find that the less, not the less, like you still gotta do like some work here and there, but if you're constantly on the charts, you're probably trading too much. This is not financial advice, by the way. Obviously, I'm unprofitable, but I found personally that I had to find the balance of like not trading too much and trading too less, because like like it didn't feel right if I was off the charts. Like I would be going out with my friends, it'd be 4 in the morning, and I'll be like, "Fuck, I'll just stay up. I'll just stay up, and I'll check out the markets and stuff." But like now that I think about it, it made no sense, cause like you can skip days. I'd rather skip a day. I'd rather skip a day if I wasn't in my prime like mindset because I was going out than to trade and potentially like be in the wrong headspace. So trading trading yeah, so the results will come when you trade a little less and kind of ironically enough when you take your focus away from the charts. So like like if you're like constantly staring at it, each tick, you know, you're like each tick is printing, and then each the candle's moving up and down. And you're like, okay, wait. Once it hits you, like you doing all this shit, but most of the time you have scenarios mapped out, and then you're just waiting for them to happen to play out. So you shouldn't like there shouldn't be anything going on really. It should be boring up until the scenarios do happen. So like my scenario is I wanted to see this 1 hour gap get kind of hit before I took any continuation longs, or I wanted to see this 15 minute get swept. Um, like I wanted to see some sort of like extra manipulation, or like I wanted to see us expand up, create a 5 minute gap, and then from there I take the continuation towards this 4 hour for value gap or whatever. But like I'm not doing anything else unless that happens, right? Yeah. What was I going with that? I was going with the fact that you aren't paid for your hours. Like it doesn't matter how many hours you spend on the charts, right? You are paid by the trade you take, the decisions you make, right? So I know it can be like kind of difficult to since I was like I started. I started working at like 17, right? Started working at 17. I was working before then, but like an official job, whatever. Like I was working for my uncle and stuff, but at like a food booth at a night market. But yeah, I've been working fucking since like middle school. But having these like when I was 17, I got my first like job. It was like back of house cook and stuff, but hourly. So you think like, okay, I just hash it out, or I just hash it out for 5 hours, make this. So having that mindset into trading was kind of hard and a little different to get used to, just because it's like my whole working experience, I was paid for the amount of hours I was there and the amount of work I put in those hours. So like I'm not really thinking about like I'm not thinking about if I'm getting paid for my decisions. I'm just getting paid for being there and doing the work. So coming into trading with that mindset was definitely a big switch for me. Um, I thought I could just like work my way to profitability. I mean, see, like I don't want to word it like that because yes, you have to put in the work, but by work your way to profitability meant that like I was just on the charts trading because I didn't want to miss any setups, you know. But quickly came to the realization there are more opportunities to come. The market will give you more opportunities. If it doesn't give you an opportunity today, it's because there weren't any, right? You don't have to take anything today. Like today is so trash, so shitty. Oh yeah, the 4 hour close, 4 hour close, and we end up inversing all this here. I mean, I don't really see anything else that could happen. Might be done for the day. You know, that extra time would be nice. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just talk a little bit more. We're probably not gonna trade today, but yeah. So know how to lose. Don't be a slave to the charts, right? Um, I guess another way you could put it is that, let's say you're not a slave to the charts, right? You go on only when you need to. So and also like so like if you go in only when you need to, right? It kind of gives you that like, oh, I can't let this opportunity be wasted, or because I'm only on here for 2 hours. I'm only on here for 2 hours. I woke up early in the morning. I can't let this opportunity go to waste. But no, it's not like that. You know, save your capital. Save your money for the higher probability trades that show up later in the week. Um, yeah, this is all from my experience. I know there's not really much like why should I listen to this guy? He's unprofitable, but it's like if you think about it, right? Think about it this way. I'm down here, right? You guys are right here. This is like the beginning of trading. I'm gonna draw it out. I'm gonna draw it out on the charts. Oh my gosh, I might cook with this. Low key, bro. So let's say I'm down here, right? Let's say I'm in this well. I'm in a well. Let me just draw out the bricks and shit. I'm in this well, right? I'm down here. And I'm currently finding my way back up to profitability, which is like right here. We just do like a little chair or something. I don't know. We just do like a little platform, right? It's up. So we have profitability, unprofitability. So profitable, unprofitable, right? And then this is neutral, like break even. So I'm assuming if you watch my videos, you're probably break even. You know, new to trading, I haven't taken that many losses yet. So here's the way I like to put it. So there's people here, right? There's all these like trading YouTubers and stuff up here telling you how to get here, right? I'm currently down here. I'm telling you how to not go down here. Okay? So I think that even though I am unprofitable, I'm shouting up to you from the well. I'm like, "Yo, I'm down here because I did this. Don't go down here. Don't do this and be down here like me, you know?" So all these like you're getting a lot of support. It's like there's a lot of information out. Um, there's a lot of information out. Somebody is telling you, somebody in profitability is showing you how to get to profitability. Somebody unprofitable is showing you how to avoid unprofitability. So yeah, I'm shouting out from the well, yo, yo. I'm shouting out from the well. Don't go here. Don't do this. Don't overtrade. Don't over leverage. I mean, obviously, uh, the profitable people, right? They were down here too, but it's different, because they're not there right now. So like all you see is the cars and the 5-figure days and stuff. The cars, the 5-figure days, and you're like, yeah, I'll listen to that guy. But like there's also value. Like take it as you is. If you choose not to listen to me because I'm unprofitable, it's fine. Do not care. I know I'm gonna be up here soon. Not soon. I know I'm gonna be up here. Period. It's not a matter. So like, it's not a matter of if. I know I will. I'm showing up every day. I'm consistent, disciplined. I will make it here. I have no time horizon. All right, that was another thing. I had to extend my time horizon. I wanted this super fast, but I came to the realization quickly that it's not gonna come fast. I'm gonna just keep putting in the work. Going to chisel some steps. I'm gonna chisel some steps here. I'm not expecting anybody to throw me a ladder. I'm gonna chisel some steps here. Slowly but surely climb out of this well, and then from the durability, from the durability and resistance I gain from being unprofitable, I will soar to the top. But yeah, so 7:07. I'm done trading for the day. I'm going to hop off the charts right now, just because I don't see any point in waiting. The 4 hour opened up, and we're not doing anything then. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in. Um, we got what, PMI tomorrow. We got a nice news day tomorrow. Yeah, that's all I got from me. I hope you liked the demonstration, right? Um, remember to always just take your losses. Take the loss. Be okay with losing. Accept defeat so that you can win tomorrow. Accept defeat today to win tomorrow. Ooh my gosh. Alright, so like, accept defeat today to win tomorrow. Is that not a bar? That is a fucking bar. I made that. That one I made. I made that one. Accept defeat today to win tomorrow. Now that I think about it, it could be like, you guys get me? Like, if you lose, accept it, learn from it, get off the charts. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day, and you are not the same person you were yesterday. You have that loss under your belt. You have the lessons you learned from that loss under your belt that'll help you improve your trading the next day. So know how to lose, accept defeat. I think this is a win here. I'm glad I didn't take anything. So yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. That's all from me. Peace.